And we're back now with Better Food. The Pond House Cafe celebrates its 20th anniversary this Memorial Day.
Chef Ani Robaina is here to show us some of the amazing food that they're going to be making to celebrate, and we're learning how to make Indian rice. Happy 20th anniversary.
Thank you so much.
20 years, that's incredible.
Amazing, right?
I didn't realize it's been that long.
Yeah, because when I got here, you opened.
Memorial Day weekend, 20 years ago.
Yeah, it's amazing. So you had just opened up, and there was no liquor license for the many years.
Correct.
And now there is a liquor license.
There is a liquor license.
So you can go and get a cocktail with your dinner, which is just wonderful.
And then you can go right in a perfect spot in Elizabeth Park to go take a nice after dinner or lunch walk.
It's so beautiful.
Through the Rose Garden.
We can walk home.
We can walk home. We can walk there.
We can walk there and
We
walk
should
home.
make a reservation.
Let's do it now.
Yeah, okay.
Absolutely.
But we're making
take
Indian
care of
rice,
that
which
afterwards.
this is the kind of thing that if I go to an Indian restaurant, I love it. So fragrant. They always have all these like wonderful little fruits and things in it, but you're wondering, how do you get that flavor? So you're showing us.
So we're showing you, and I have come up with just the easiest way possible for you to do it. So this mix has all of these lovely things in it: apricots, dates, cashews, pistachios, cranberries. We use basmati rice, which is very fragrant, really nice. Sometimes you can buy it pre-cooked that you can microwave, or you can just cook it like regular rice.
Okay.
So we're just going to layer this, and it couldn't be easier. We take our butter first. This is a blend of paprika and curry powder. And you're going to put that right over the top, and you want those to melt together.
Is it like equal parts of paprika?
It's equal parts paprika and curry. And then a blend of your fruits and nuts. And again, if you like something more, you like more cashews, you like more pistachio.
Cashew? God bless you.
So you did.
Thank you.
Are these figs? We got figs,
cranberries,
pistachios,
cashews, dates, and apricots.
So it almost seems like those are the types of things that you see in Persian cooking and Middle Eastern cooking.
Absolutely. So you could call this a Middle Eastern rice or a Persian rice, and then you do everything at once. It just really couldn't be easier. Then you put your rice on top, and then the point is that as it melts, the spices go right into the butter, and then you just begin to stir and stir and stir, and then eventually it will look like this. And then if you want to, at the end we have some beautiful nasturtium leaves here.
Nasturtium leaves.
And some like lovely microgreens. You can try them; they're really delicious on their own.
You want me to eat this?
I do want you to eat that.
The microgreens are a big trend right now.
They are a big
trend. They have more nutrients than regular greens, they say, right?
That's nasturtia.
And slowly the butter and the spices will coat the rice, and then
got a lot of flavor.
It has a lot of flavor, kind of peppery.
Where
right?
do you get that?
So we get them from wholesalers, but sometimes you can find them in specialty food stores.
They're not growing in my yard, are they?
They're not. They're growing hydroponically in small greenhouses.
And the trend with microgreens, it's because they're babies, and so then it still has more vitamins. Is that why they're still like a baby green?
They're a baby green, but they have the flavor of a full green.
Okay.
So this has the flavor of this is a radish. If you taste it, it'll taste like a full radish.
That's really beautiful.
Quite lovely.
And it looks like a purple flower.
And then, so then we have it all together, and it just looks like this at the end. And then we love to top our, so this will give you sort of what I call a warm heat in here, and then we like to top it with a cool heat, which is our mango chutney over there.
How do you make a mango chutney?
So you can buy it in the store, which is probably the best way to buy it, to make a mango chutney. But we make it from fresh mangoes at the Pond House. It's got a little mustard seed, it's got some hot peppers, and then we're just going to add a little dollop of that.
So again, Ani, you put the rice in is cooked, or it's not cooked?
The rice is cooked when it goes in, right?
So you make the rice separate.
If you make the rice separate, you can make the rice the day before.
It's a great thing to do if you make a big pot of rice. You know, all this make ahead. So if you make a big pot of rice, you have some leftover.
Correct.
Then important to make make a mound of the spices and the fruits first.
Yes.
And how much butter did you use?
So you use you don't use anything else. So I use about a quarter of a stick for this.
Oh my God.
If you're making it for 4 people, it'd be about a stick. But there's nothing else that's going in here. There's no wine. There's no water, and so it's really good though.
Butter, and then you just put the rice in there.
And just put the rice, and then you keep going. And this is a great alternative if you're having a roast or something for a side dish. Do a big platter of this,
wonderful.
and people will just absolutely love that. So
yeah, have a little spoon or something.
I just took liberty. These are some of our iconic dishes over the years, and so
Rich, can you get some of those wonderful
show us some of these things we can get.
We have
isn't that beautiful?
Our Caesar salad is beautiful. It's baby kale and fried Brussels sprouts. We have our meatloaf, which we made here a few weeks ago. Our flourless chocolate orbit cake. our California grilled cheese, our creme brulee, and we just are sort of celebrating.
Did you see the
everything.
flourless orbit cake?
No, I did.
Can we-
but
I just
this
like-
is amazing.
This is
you can
so
eat that
good.
as a whole meal.
Yeah.
That's
Put
what
a
we
little
serve it
chicken
as
in
a
here?
meal.
You
Yeah.
don't even need any.
Could you put a little chicken
You
in
can
if
put
you
chicken
wanted?
in here. Sometimes we top it with a piece of salmon or a crab cake or a steak, anything that you want to
What's
top
giving
it
it
with.
the spice?
It's the curry.
The curry.
So that's the warm spice, and then the cool spice is the mango chutney. So they kind of really complement
Really
each other.
beautiful.
This Indian rice is always on the menu?
It is always on the menu.
You top it with whatever
You
protein
know
want?
what? I think I've had it. I've actually had that. At
Have
the
you had?
Pond
Yeah,
House.
yeah. It's one of the iconic dishes at the
It's
Pond
beautiful,
House. Yeah,
and it's
but-
wonderful. It just brings back all those different flavors.
And the roses, we're getting close to June, so usually like around the first week of June is when
I
they're peaked.
believe Rose Weekend is June 15th.
Wow,
or 14th.
okay.
Yeah.
It's coming
so
up.
like
So
yes.
again, you can enjoy all of this. You don't want to miss the Pond House Cafe 20th anniversary coming up on Memorial Day weekend. The roses will be, they should be blooming by then. Maybe they're not quite on the rose weekend, but wonderful way to enjoy Memorial Day weekend. And to visit, to learn how to visit, you go to thepondhousecafe.com.